Are you looking for a fun game that's got a nice balance of luck and skill? Do you like a game that's got enough strategy to keep it interesting, but not so much that you need an aspirin when it's over? Have you always wanted to be dropped in the middle of a Scooby-Doo mystery? Well, then we've got the game for you. Welcome to Board Game Nation. My name is Gary Blevins. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're doing an unboxing for Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's a great game by Avalon Hill, plays 3 to 6 players and plays in about an hour. This game's got a lot of really great art, lots of tiny little pieces, and 6 figurines that are painted in a pretty cool way. So we're going to take a detailed look at all of those. But if this is your first time here, at Board Game Nation we do unboxings, how-tos, and strategy videos for great games like this one. But we also do a travel show that focuses on your favorite board game stores. So if you like anything having to do with tabletop gaming, this is the place for you. Take a second, hit that subscribe button and the bell to never miss a thing. All right, let's make it hot. All right, here we go. Betrayal at House on the Hill, a strategy game by Bruce Glasgow. This is the second edition of the game. Plays 3 to 6 players. They say it takes about an hour, but more like an hour 15-ish. So, nice back. List of the contents. The art in this game is actually really good, and it's got a number of figurines that we'll show you the details of. Here's the sides. And here we go. I cheated with plastic a little bit. You guys don't want to watch me fight with plastic all day. Look at that. All right, nothing inside the box. Box top, rather. Okay, so these are sealed, which is not something you see a lot of. These apparently are all the room tiles, and our monster markers, and our counter here. We'll unzip this in a minute, see what else we got. So here's the rule book. We've got a haunting experience for 3 to 6 explorers, ages 12 and up. It's glossy. It's about half the size of a normal piece of paper, and pretty good detail, nice color. Total is 23 pages, but don't let that worry you. It's not nearly as complicated as the rule book seems to make it look. So, and now we've got 2 books that say "Do not read." Okay. These are the different scenarios. Each one has 50 different scenarios, one for the traitor and one for the heroes or the survivors. So don't read ahead. At a point in the game, you'll be directed to refer to these, so don't look ahead. You'll ruin the game. Our cards come in a nice plastic seal here. We'll unzip these in a second, see what those look like. And now we've got a bunch of plastic here, and we'll open these, but got a pretty nice case here. I'm usually not a fan of keeping things in the original box, but this actually will make it rather pretty handy, so I might use that. All right, let's break open some of these and see what we got. Okay. We have 3 different kinds of cards. We have event cards, we have item cards, and we have omen cards. Now, maybe a little difficult to tell, but these are actually slightly different colors. This is yellow, this is orange, this is kind of a yellowish green. And they do different things, so you'll be able to explore these as you go through the game. And the item cards. The important thing about these is the emblem on the back. These will correspond to the tiles that we're going to see right now. Okay. We've got a number counter here. These are pretty reasonable punch quality. They're a little thin, but they're not bad. And of course these all punch out, and they've got different numbers on them, so you'll be able to see what those look like. And I'll show you the pile of these once they're all punched. These are the character cards, and those are going to correspond to the sliders. We'll show you that in a second. There's little counters here for item piles, knowledge rolls. These are all things that'll happen when you walk into different rooms and all that kind of stuff. So, and then there's some of the different monsters. Again, more of the same, more character cards. The thing to keep in mind with the character cards is that they are double-sided. So we'll have more detailed looks at these, but just so that you're aware right away. Okay. And there are 6 of those. We're going to look at these more in a minute. And then we got a bunch of room tiles. Okay, so these are all your room tiles, but these are your starting tiles. So this is your main foyer, hallway, grand staircase, upper landing, basement landing, just to kind of get you started, and then you'll place your guides. Here's a look at the 6 character tiles, and the other side. Here's a look at some of the various room tiles that you'll find. You'll notice that they've got symbols on them that correspond to the cards. These are the tiles that you start with, the 3-piece, and then the landing for the basement, and then the upper landing. And here's a look at the 6 figurines that come with the game. Pretty nice paint job. And here's all the tiny little pieces. This is sped up 200 times. And that's what this game looks like set up. Now I've mushed it all together, and this game can be a bit of a table hog, so make sure that you're aware of that. As you're building the tiles and going out into the different spaces, you're gonna need to be able to be creative with how they're laid out. So make sure that you've got enough space on your table. Also, I've put these here just so that you know that you need to have them handy. They don't need to be in this specific area. The only thing here that needs to be specific is these guys need to be enough space away so that you can build to them. These are different levels in the game. You'll learn about that in the how-to. And all your people start in the entrance space of the main tile. Also, you'll need to keep the survivor and trader tomes, guides, scenario books close by so that you can get to those when it's time to start the hunt. All right, so you finished your game, it's time to clean up. The game comes with a plastic molding here that's designed to hold all of the pieces. I prefer plastic Ziploc bags to these, but sometimes these can be handy. So let's see how these go back in here. So the dice are going to go into this little square down here. They fit nicely into there. Okay. All the cards go together and into that slot. The game comes with a few extra sliders because invariably those are going to get lost and swallowed by the carpet. So I just toss these in here, which is where the miniature pieces go. Then the tile cards, the room tiles, break up into 2 bits and go over here. You're going to want to keep these handy because these are the starting tiles. This tile goes across the top, kind of keeps everything in place. Now these, obviously all of the small markers go into this kind of canyon down there, so you drop those in there. When you put these in here, you can leave the sliders on, but you have to make sure to rotate the point so that it doesn't, so that they stack smoothly. And then your rule book and scenario guides go right here on top. And your, you can probably alternate those so that they lay a little flatter. And then your slider here just can sit right on top of all that. And that is how you put that back. Now, we tested this and turned it upside down. We didn't shake it, we turned it upside down, and there was minimal carnage. Again, I prefer plastic bags, but if you can keep your game flat, then this is a good way to box it. One last thing, I've got some friends that have started to use the punch-out cards for art projects. So here's what's left after we've punched everything out. I've seen some pretty cool artwork that goes with these, so there you go. And that's Betrayal at House on the Hill by Avalon Hill. It's a 3 to 6 player game, plays in about an hour. Now when you look up this game, you may find some reviews that talk about how some of the pieces didn't work very well or they were warped or whatever. That was in the first edition of the game. What we just looked at was the second edition of the game, so you can ignore all of those. We picked up this copy at the Oxford Gamers Den in Oxford, Mississippi. If you find yourself in Oxford, which is a very cool town, make sure you stop by and check out this shop. They've got great play space, a really well-informed staff, a really strong selection. So you can also find them on Facebook at Oxford Gamers Den. It's Gamers with a Z, so make sure you check them out. It's a great game that you can pick up and play over and over and over again because it's got the scenario books with at least 50 different scenarios, and there's more available online. So again, if you've enjoyed this video, please take a second, click that subscribe button for us. This is Board Game Nation. My name is Gary Blevins. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.